July the 13th, 2026. After the bell. How you doing tonight? This is Neil with Trade with Neil on YouTube. It's about 8:18 Central Time. So what's up with the market after the bell? I hope you can hear this. What we're talking about, war. It's all about war. The market's down today. Lots of red, not much green on the screen. But what I want to do is give you a playbook for the rest of the week. I want to talk to you a little bit about economic reports that are coming up and earnings reports that are coming up. And we can look at some of the stocks that I'm in. I'm getting killed on Oracle. We've been keeping up with it. My goodness, bought it oversold, and that sweet pea is still oversold, further oversold. So I'm gonna have to make a decision pretty soon. Either cut my losses and get out, even though I've got a lot of time to make up for it, or double down, buy a little more. We'll see, but I'll show that to you. Let's see what else. Just a generalization of the market and where we stand. So let's share our screen and go to our trading platform, and we get going. So you can see here the S&P 500 down 5.78, which equates to nearly 0.8%. So that's a pretty deep dive, if you will. And I'm going to make this chart just a little bit bigger. Our high of the day, we hit that the first 5 minutes of the market open, looking pretty good, but man, we puked. Check that out. Boom, straight down. So the low of the day was about 747.98. Let's call it 748. So we got a high of basically about 754, and then we have a low of 748. So you're looking at a $6 spread. And right now, I see some blue bars. We're trading at 748.85 live right now. Okay, on the spot, it's a 24/7 vehicle. But so what do we look like on the big scale when it comes to S&P 500? We're still in a major uptrend. You can see it here. We're just in a little bit of a consolidation since the first of, let me move this over. Y'all can't see that, but I can. Since the 1st of June, you can see here we're kind of choppy. Actually, if I were to draw two lines, there would be one here and one here, and we're kind of in between that channel. Okay, we need to break over 760 to break out to new highs, and we certainly want to hold support around 723, 724. We break below 723. Katie barred the door. The next level is about 676, 67. Just saying. Okay, so let's look and see what sticks out to us. Well, I tell you what. First of all, what stocks are trading right now on the RSI less than 30? You know I love that. So let's go to the scanner. And let's see, I've got in here 1 million shares, and this is the TOS, Think or Swim. That's the acronym, TOS. This is their scanners that they give us on this trading platform. But I've got a $3 minimum, $500 maximum on the price. You can see it there. Volume minimum 1 million shares a day. Market cap 2 million. If you've watched some of my previous videos, you know I go to FinViz lots of time. Don't have much time to do that tonight, so I'm going to skip that and click scan over here. And this should populate the companies, most of them anyway, that are trading on a daily chart, less than 30 on the RSI. They're oversold, showing 42 companies. And I'm looking at the very far right of the screen. There's your RSI, Relative Strength Index, and you can see some 30s. Don't ask me why these populated. Maybe they sold below 30 during the day, but we only want to focus on 30 or down or below. So you're not looking at too many companies, probably about 12 or 13. I see Alcoa, even though it's green, the RSI is 3087. But man, look at my Oracle. Oracle is the only one that if I did not own it, I'd be like, yes, we need to get into that. We're in it. This dude's down $9 a share today, down to 131.46. I'm pretty sure when I bought Oracle, I bought it around 146, 147, if memory serves me correct. So yes, I am getting a beating. And here's the thing I don't like. It's down $9 a share on heavy volume, 56 million shares. A little concerned about that. RSI 2691. So it is really, really oversold. So why don't we just pull Oracle up and check that out? Okay. So one blue candle in 23 trading days. Can you say out of favor? Wow. Okay, so it hit a 52-week low today, 131.35. As I said, very, very heavy volume. If you look down at the bottom of the screen, you've got the RSI. We bought the stock over here. I have it somewhere 629. I bought it 629, so right here. Okay, it's going to be this candle here, right here. That candle where I have my cursor. That's where we bought it. It's where I bought it. And I'm pretty sure I bought it right in here. And as you can see, not good. Okay. So it came out of the RSI less than 30 last week, not one time, but two times. But today being Monday, dipped right back down in it. So we are extremely oversold on Oracle. If we were to draw a line here, let me get this out of the way. If we were to draw a trend line, we would go to the high 250.25, and this will make it. And then we could bring it, try to touch the next high, and there it is. Now check that out. That is a major downtrend. So technically, we need that stock to break that line, that red line, that trend line, and to get us back on the long feeling. But the shorts are they're in control right now for sure. If you shorted it at 250, you're banking right now, whether you bought shares or options. But we like to go long when it's less than 30 because we don't believe that Oracle's going to go out of business. And I'm going to go to the trade tab and show you exactly how much money I'm down. I'm down $655.66 right now. Ooh, that hurts. Okay. So I paid $16 for the option and it's trading right now. It closed at 9:45. My option expires on September the 18th. So I still have 67 trading days, if you will, or 67 days before that expires. So got a little time, but I do have a decision to make. Speaking of RSI less than 30, let's be a little bit more positive. Okay, I'm for that, aren't you? So let's go to Dow Chemical. We bought Dow when it got below 30 on the RSI. It's up above it. Had a good day today. You can see up here, I'm going to bring this down a little bit. 622, we bought, I think one call, 30 strike, and I've got $305.66 in it. Earnings call is going to be 723. I'm going to pull that over here. And how are we doing? We are down $45. And at one time, we were down a couple of $100 on that a couple of weeks ago. So this stock is heading in the right direction. It's heading this way toward earnings, and that's what we want. Okay, that's what we're looking for. Halliburton, same situation. You can see the chart here. We're in a little bit of an uptrend. We bought it below 30 RSI. It's out of that. We're looking good. Earnings are 721. I was down pretty sure $300 on this thing at one time. I've got about 770 in it, looks like. Today is I'm down $32, $31.99. Okay, so those two, the Dow Chemical and Halliburton, both are doing really well. The last 4 or 5 trading days, both of those RSI less than 30. Oracle is killing me. Okay, and then we bought another one last week, AT&T, and here's AT&T. We bought it. Let me get my sheet on 7.6. Let's go to 7.6. Here's 7.6. So we bought AT&T right in here, okay, and had a good day today. It gapped up nearly 2%, 42 cents a share. So it's out of the RSI 30, doing what it should do, what we want it to do. okay, and go to the trade tab, and you can see I'm up $242.51. So if you take the three that I'm up, AT&T, Halliburton, and Dow, I'm not up on the other two. I'm just up on AT&T, but you can see they're not even going to get close to offsetting the losses on Oracle. But we do have some time. All four of these companies, I have September 18 expiration date, so I've got plenty of time to wait. The only problem is Oracle. There's really I hate to say this, but there's really not a bottom until you get way down to the 104 level, and I'll show you what I'm talking about. This is a 3-month chart, so why don't we keep it on a daily and go to a year, and that'll give us a bigger picture. So you can see we're over here, okay, and we've already you see this line, we've already broken below the 134.62. So it bothers me because the next stop I can tell you is around $100. So this thing could fall even further, and we fall so far, it's going to be almost impossible to make that money back, even though you got 60 something days left. So we may have to cut our losses, which I hate to do. I hate to take a loss on a good company, but we get down. We get 50% down on an option. So you got 1,600. Half of that, what is that going to be? 800. We get down $800 on this option, which we're very, very close. We may have to go ahead and cut our losses and move on and say, you know what, we just picked. We should have waited a little longer or something. Hey, it doesn't work out every time. Okay, that's the thing about it. And you just got to take your losses and you got to move on. But we'll see. We may have a great day tomorrow. So we're not going to give up right now. I just want to give it to you real. Okay. All right. Let's go back to the 3-month chart and let's talk about economic reports. Okay. So economic reports move stocks, move the markets. And tomorrow we have CPI, which is Consumer Price Index. And I think Wednesday we have PPI, which is Producer Price Index. And those two numbers that come out are going to tell us if the economy is heating up, if inflation is up, if it's stagnant, or if it's down. And of course, if inflation's up, if we get a hot number in the morning, 7:30 Central Time, CPI, if it's hot, meaning it's showing us that inflation is up from previous month, what do you think is going to happen to the stock market? Go down. Because if the economy is hot, the Federal Reserve has to come in and raise interest rates to tighten money and slow the economy down. Okay. And the stock market does not like that. If you raise rates, your borrowing cost goes up, and most of your Russell 2000 are going to be smaller companies that borrow a lot of money in order to grow and expand their business. So they need their interest rates from the banks to be low, not high. So every time the Federal Reserve raises rates, the prime rate's going to go up, and that's what businesses use to borrow money, or the banks use to give them that interest rate, to charge them to borrow money. So low rates are good for the market. High rates are not good for the market. Okay. So that's the reason if we get a hot number on CPI, Consumer Price Index, in the morning, the market will go down. And you need to be aware of that. You need to know about Producer Price Index Wednesday. That's your manufacturing companies. How much does it cost to produce something versus a month ago? Does it cost more? Does it cost the same? Does it cost less? It has the same impact as the CPI, but the CPI is dealing with me and you, consumers. The PPI is going to be dealing with producers. So those are a couple of big numbers that are going to be announced in the morning at 7:30 Central Time and Wednesday morning, 7:30 Central Time. Both of those are going to be an hour before the market opens, gives the market time and traders time to digest all of that. And so remember, economic reports moves the markets, and you need to know that. I need to know that. And so that could help us have a really good opening or a really bad opening. Okay. And if it's a really bad opening and we're looking at something, we're like, hey, I'd like to get into that, and the RSI is 35. and the futures are way off in the morning, and the market opens up 500-600 points down, that may bring that stock down and that RSI down. It gives you a chance to invest in that company with an RSI less than 30. Okay. All right. So that's economic reports. Let's see, earnings. So we're just getting into the earnings reporting season. Next week's going to be really, really big. This week's kind of big. Lots of banks are going to be announcing earnings in the morning. You have earnings before the bell and you have earnings after the bell. Okay, so let me see if I can stop sharing and go to this. And let's see. I'm going to see if I can pull up Stock Trader Network on Twitter. And they have a really good calendar that I like to look at. And I'm going to go back here and I'm going to share that screen real quick for you. And hopefully you can see this. This is on Twitter. It's a Stock Trader Network. You can go to Earnings Whispers and it'll give you all of these earnings. But you can see over here to the left is pre-market. Those are companies that are going to announce their earnings before the market opens. Market opens 8:30 Central, 9:30 Eastern. Then it has after hours. Lots of companies, especially your big tech companies, Apple, Microsoft, Google, all of your big boys, they all announce their earnings after the bell. Okay. And then you come down, it says economic data, that econ. Okay. And that's, you see Tuesday, July the 14th, and you can see 8:30 a.m. CPI. Okay. It's got core inflation. I didn't say anything to you about core inflation. Core inflation, you extract food and energy. Okay, so you'll have two CPI numbers. You'll have a general number. Okay, it'll be like, I don't know, 4.2%. And then they'll have a core number, which will be less. They're going to take out food and energy. Why do you take out food? Why do you take out energy? Because they fluctuate so much. Okay, they fluctuate. I mean, gas prices don't stay, $3.50 a gallon the whole year. Okay, but your light bill, your water bill, your garbage pickup, things of that nature are pretty stagnant, aren't they? They pretty much stay the same. So that's the reasoning behind that. Okay, so it kind of skews the number. So they have a regular CPI and a core, same way with PPI. They also have a core number on that too. Okay, so at the very bottom, company news. So it shows you all these different companies, what they're going to do. Okay. Lots of, you got an investor day here and then one that's got a showcase at Washington. But what I try to focus on are the companies. I look at this and I say, what companies am I interested in that I follow? And you got a bunch of banks, as I mentioned, Tuesday before the bell in the morning. Excuse me. And nothing really that pikes my interest. Okay, Wednesday, I see a lot more banks, but I see ConAgra. I used to work for them. Johnson & Johnson. Okay, those two I'm interested in. Why? Because I want to know how the food stocks are doing with all the GLP-1. They've had a tough time. Okay, J&J, how are they doing? Okay, core company in the S&P 500. Then after the bell Wednesday, you got United Airlines. Okay, gas prices, fuel prices, jet fuel prices have come down, so they should do a little bit better. Then you have JB Hunt. I'm interested in what their earnings are. How's the trucking business doing? Okay, we know fuel's been pretty high, hadn't it? So I wouldn't expect them to have a breakout earnings report just because of fuel being pretty saucy, even though volume is probably pretty good. Okay, but who knows? They may have it. Thursday, I see Taiwan Semiconductor. I see GE Aerospace, another bank, Abbott Laboratories, United Health Group, two other banks. So I'm really, to be honest with you, I'm not real interested. Okay, I will definitely watch the Taiwan Semiconductor Company and see what they say prior, just because they'll move the market. Okay. They have really, really good earnings. A lot of your semiconductor stocks will probably go up. NVIDIA, AMD, SMCI, Qualcomm, all of those companies, and that will pull the market up, no doubt. Okay. We've also got retail sales at 7:30 Thursday morning. What do you think that will do with Dollar General, Walmart, Target, etc.? Okay. And then after the bell Thursday, the one probably looking at the whole week, that's the number one for me. That would be the number one company as far as earnings, Netflix. What is Netflix going to do? Okay. How did they do the last quarter? Lots of competition in the streaming business. And then Friday, you've got Regions Bank right here at Tupelo, and lots of banks. You see, then you got insurance company. So you can go to Twitter, and if you have a Twitter account, and you can pull this up, and this kind of puts it everywhere. Or you can go online, and you can punch in, you can Google what companies are reporting earnings this week. AI will pull it up for you. I mean, it's beautiful. AI is beautiful. But anyway, so looking at earnings, I'm interested. Let's just pick two companies, ConAgra, Netflix. Okay. So I'm going to stop sharing, and we're going to go here, and I'm going to share the trading platform again. Okay. And I want us to look at ConAgra and Netflix. We'll look at Netflix first. It's up here. Netflix hit a high of 108.95. That's after the split. Had a 10-for-1 split. If you don't remember that, it was over $1,000 a share. Split 10-for-1, got it down to $100 a share. Went up, and then it puked. Look at this. It's down over 30% in the last 2 months. So the bar is low for Netflix. The traders have sold it off, no doubt about it. Okay, but is it under 30 on the RSI? No, it's not. Now, it has been under 30 2 or 3 times. I say 5 times. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 5 times. But it's out of it right now. It's trading at 39.56. So it's not under 30. So I mean, you could buy it. You could give it a try if you wanted to. I think it's probably a pretty good risk reward just because it's the bar is low. Look at it. It's trading nearly at a 52-week low. So how much money would you have to put in it to just see that, hey, I tell you what, I've got some mad money here. I don't know. It could just go bust. What kind of money are we looking at? Well, you wouldn't want to buy shares, obviously. 100 shares, you're talking $7,000. So we can go to the trade tab, and you can look July, and you're talking about a 74, about $300. You're looking at $300. You could buy one option, $300, and if they do well, no doubt that 300 will double. If they don't, it'll go to zero. Okay, so I would recommend waiting. Okay, I would not recommend playing earnings unless they're trading less than 30 on the RSI. Okay, now let's go to ConAgra. ConAgra's had a really good, I don't know, the last month, if you will. And so massive consolidation, massive support, if you will. And I have no idea. The big question mark, the RSI on it's 55, but the big question mark about ConAgra is the dividend. Their dividend is, let's see, is 35 cents a share times 4. It's $1.40. Okay, so let's do the math. 140 divided into 14.33 closing price, 9.8%. ConAgra's dividend is paying nearly a 10% clip. More than likely, when they announce earnings, and they're going to announce earnings before the bell Wednesday morning, the CEO, when they do the conference call, the new CEO will probably cut that dividend. Okay. Now, is it already priced into the shares? I don't know, because the stock is really, really cheap. No doubt about it. Are they going out of business? No. It's a good company. Hunt's Ketchup, Wesson Oil, Orville Redenbacher. I used to sell these products, from 86 to 95. Uh, but uh, but anyway, it's a solid food company. People's gonna still eat. GLP-1 is not going to take the world over, that's for sure. But anyway, uh, the bar is still pretty low on that. May not be a bad bet, but the wise thing would be to wait. If you're interested in Netflix, if you're interested in ConAgra, would be to wait after the earnings. If they sell it off and it gets under the 30 RSI, boom, we're in there. Okay, we're in there, not for a day trade, but for a swing trade. Okay, 3-4 months out. Okay, so that's earnings, that's economic reports. We've covered all of the stocks that I'm in: AT&T, Halliburton, Dow, and Oracle. Getting killed on Oracle for sure. And let's look at the state of the market one more time, and we'll get out of here. Okay, and hope everybody has a great week. Let's see. So I've got some stuff I've got to do tomorrow. I probably won't get to do much trading at all unless it's on the back end, the 2 to 3 o'clock, the last hour of the market. But what I'm looking at, I'm looking at two levels, and here they are. Okay, I'm looking at the 754, the high of the day, and I'm looking at the low of the day, which was 748. Okay, so when I first started talking to you, we were at 748, and the S&P has nearly got down to 748 even. I see red now. Can you see that? I can make that bigger. Right here, we're trading at 747.98 as we speak. Okay, so the market fluctuates. There's no doubt about it. And like the guy said, sometimes it'll fluctuate you out of your money if you don't watch it. Okay, so listen, guys, I'm going to stop sharing there and we'll come back to this screen. And I want to tell you how much I appreciate you. I hope you're learning something. I'm having a lot of fun with it. Be patient with me. I'm not doing a real good job on my videos, and I'm just working with it and trying it. I'm not real good at editing yet, but I'll get there. But I'm having fun. I hope you are too. Remember that today's the first day of the rest of your life, and I'll see you soon.